2. Hey guys, Kit here, Burn One Shadowverse Evolved channel. As always, we lost Pressure from since the last video, so Pressure is not here, but we still have our good boy here, Sam. You want to say hi?
Hey guys, it's Chicago/Sam.
Yep. And you won't believe it, but we resurrected Ollie from the grave. I know he wasn't here for Abyss, but he's back. Ollie, you want to say hi?
Hell yeah. What's up?
All right, we're on to the final craft here, Havencraft. But before we jump too far into this, as always, thank you to Shadowverse Evolved Discord community. They are the one. There is a group there that curates these translations and everything for the community, and makes content creators and players' lives infinitely easier if they're trying to look up cards in the future sets. So I'm going to do a quick shout out to those 4 people that handle it. I should have had this open on my other monitor already, but I don't. Where is it? Dude. All right, I know one of them is. Oh, here it is. I found it. Don't worry. All right, Nova Starlight is the one who originally reached out to me about these English version translations, so shout out to them. And then along with Bebek Pecking, I'm sorry if I screwed up your name, Litnum, and then the last person is Doraemon5370, but it goes by local Barbaros simp on the Discord. So thank you much to those 4 who curate this stuff. It's been very helpful, and I'm sure everyone appreciates it. All right, into the Havencraft review. I'll go ahead and start off, then we'll jump to Sam and then Ollie here at the end. So first card here, Princess Snow White is a follower, obviously. Faith, Fable, and Princess has Ward, 2-drop, 2/2. And then Fanfare, if this follower was put into the field from your hand, put a Fable counter on it. Fanfare, if this follower was put onto the field from anywhere other than your hand, give it +1/+1. And then last words, if this card has a Fable counter on it, put it into your EX area.
Nice.
I think this card's like actually insane. To be honest.
Yeah, this card seems really good in the vacuum of things, because I don't. What are some like really good 2-drops that Haven has right now? Like nothing, right? I feel
Not
like
really.
I feel like turn 2 there's just like
it just like
removal.
Like, yeah, it's like your removal spells.
Yeah, or you Evo Bellringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the way I look at this card is like it's maybe not quite way to look at this card, but it's almost like a bell ringer that like the card you're getting off of it just immediately has value. As opposed to just drawing a random card, like you like being able to reuse this is like immediately good value.
Yeah, I think one thing too about this is like it works in 2 different ways, in the sense that it can stop early game aggression because it's a 2-drop 2/2 ward. That, and then when it gets removed from you playing it from your hand, it'll go to your EX area, so you can recycle it later. So on the turns against, for example, Dragon or something, you can pull out an extra ward up into the field and recycle it that way, and then it becomes a 3/3 ward, right? So you can kind of like those key turns where they're gonna try to like forte you or something. Now you can put something in there as like a road bump that they have to get through first. So yeah, I like this card.
If you went like turn 1 Faria, you get like an additional usage out of it too.
Sorry, you turn 1 what?
Turn 1 Faria. It's the 1-drop that puts Fable counters on things.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So like yeah, this dies, it goes to EX, you play it back. If you like your Faria was still alive, you put another Fable counter to get another use out of it.
Oh, there you go.
So like you can really stifle aggression with that combo.
Yeah, I do believe it becomes a staple, right, in Control Haven anyways.
Yeah, I could see it. I haven't looked at future lists with Snow White in it, so but my assumption is the card plays very well into Control, obviously. All right, next card here.
All right, Diamond Master. So a Faith trait, evolve for 3. That's pretty heavy. If this card can be selected by your opponent's card effects, it must be selected. So that's pretty interesting. That has aggro, I guess. And Fanfare. Choose one of the following. Give this Storm or Ward. All right, let's take a look at the evolve. I'm pretty interested in what happens for 3 mana. This card can be selected by your opponent's card effects. Yeah, once again, it must be selected. So it has spell aggro or ability aggro. And on evolve, select a follower with Ward or Storm in your cemetery. That also costs 3 or less, and put it onto your field. Pretty good, I want to say. Well, 7 mana though. Hmm. What do
I
you
think
guys
It's like
think?
the
so. I think
Storm Haven enabler or something, I guess.
yeah, and also I mean technically Butt Haven, right? If that becomes a thing, this could be in that deck. But I think one thing about this card, it just I'm my brain every time I read that text, it just I think of Spellskite from MTG and how
Oh
busted
yeah.
Spellskite is. Because like if you're worried, if you play this in combination with something else that you kind of want to like semi protect, so they can't just like execute it or something, this is pretty good in that sense.
Was that the
That's
artifact
true.
that was like
Yeah, you pay two
you
life
pay one, you
essentially.
redirect it?
Yeah. It's pay
Yeah.
one life. It's what is it? One Phyrexian mana, blue Phyrexian mana, I think.
So like that.
Yeah, so you just like take
Yeah.
two damage, and you're like, yeah, screw it. Your spell instead of equipping your thing onto your monster or your whatever, it's gonna go to my spell guide instead. Stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't work this way in this game. But yeah,
I think just being able to like force effects to and force interaction onto it is pretty obnoxious.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know how good it's gonna be, but it seems pretty annoying.
Yeah, it might be a meta play in future decks. Right now, I'm not sure if Storm, uh, I guess Haven was a real thing, but yeah, this card really interesting. I think I want to see people try to like brew something up
I
with this.
I could see this maybe popping up in control lists, like
Yeah,
this card specifically.
like actually, are there any good targets for it? Maybe that's the better question.
I know there
Aegis.
are a couple storm targets in this that could be
Oh, it's this
potential.
follower.
But
Oh yeah, the cost though, right?
yeah, there's a 2-drop. I think it's like a 2/1 storm
Oh,
follower
I
or
see it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now I don't know if there's a lot of really good storm followers to pick off of this. Maybe there are some good ward ones. I can't think right now off the top of my head, other than we just saw Alice, or not Alice, Snow White, which is probably a pretty good target.
That's
What
true.
is there any other 3 cost or lower wards that are coming to mind to either of you?
That not in the set because I know there's a few
Yeah,
on the
that's
set.
not in this set, at least. I'm just trying to think outside of it.
I can't think of Bellringer.
Yeah, bell ring.
That's true.
But yeah, I like the idea of this card. I just don't know how good it's gonna be. It definitely is like the type of card where it's like you need to protect something or other. Then like this card is probably gonna see some amount of play depending how much spot removal is running around the meta during that time. But yeah, I'd be interested.
I would say you plop this down, you give it ward. It's like if you have a high value target you want to protect, this is like a pretty good card to throw down to make sure your opponent can't interact with something.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. I'm just interested to see how people end up using this card. But I guess
Yeah.
next card here, Ollie.
Yeah, I got Odette, White Swan. She's a 5-drop for 6, Faith and Fable. Fanfare, give each of other follower on your field and your leader 2 health, and last words, same effect. Give each follower on your field and your leader 2 health. Oh, the fanfare is other, and last word. Okay, it's basically the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty interesting. Does it work with what's that amulet that pumps everything when you heal?
Oh, it does. Yeah, because it gives your leader +2 health, so it will affect.
Or rather, sorry, I meant does it work? As in, do you think it's good enough to combo with that?
Oh, drop this on 5. This becomes a 5/7. I mean, I think like the breaking point when it comes to health, a lot of the times for like mid to late game followers, it's like if you can get over 5 health, you're probably going to be like a chunky follower in that case. So I could see this doing very good. Another card, I guess, that combos with this very well, once again, is I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I don't know if it ever becomes meta, but Butt Haven, essentially, where you do damage based on the health of your follower instead of the attack. Like this is like a board pump, right?
So when last if your opponent does like an AOE that would kill everything, how does that work? Do you decide what dies first? Could you kill this and give health to the rest of your followers so they don't die?
No, unfortunately not. I believe there is actually a ruling where things heading to the graveyard must go there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it happens like all at the same time.
Yeah.
So like you remove the followers first, and then the effects all. There's no stack in this game, but all the effects would trigger that all the last words, and then you resolve it in the order that you want. If you're
Okay.
turn
Yeah,
player, yeah,
with turn player priority.
I
So yeah,
yeah,
unfortunately.
I guess the other like maybe way you could combo with this card is with Egghaven, because this buffs the health of followers. You can like try to possibly buff
Survive.
stuff
Yeah,
over, the 5 health threshold to survive egg, and shield stuff will also survive
yeah,
that's pretty funny.
the Humpty Dumpty AOE.
yeah. This card is kind of interesting. I don't know how good it's gonna be though. It's definitely like, you know, I guess I would think
Yeah.
about this card some a little bit, seeing that.
I'd play around with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I might mess around with it in set 3.
Yeah, I think if because I do recall like some Haven decks tried mid-range with all those amulets where they're popping out falcons and tigers.
Yeah,
And if you can actually build a board, Odette I think becomes pretty insane because your opponent will start having to like 2 for 1, or rather, they can't like kill your field
yeah.
very efficiently.
Actually, yeah, pushing tigers to 6 health instead of being at 4 is really big too. If you start building a bunch of tiger amulets, that or not amulets, but tokens that way, I guess, right?
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
remember, having nightmares for like 4/6 tigers against because John kept dropping down again and
yeah.
again with
Yeah, good old
Sentinel.
Sean.
Yeah.
All right. Next card here.
All right.
Is this
I guess
me
it's my turn.
Yeah.
or?
Oh
It's
no,
Okay.
it's
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yours. Sorry.
So, oh yeah, Wingy Chirpy Gemstone Follower, 1-drop 1/1, evolve for 2, and it has Ward. Oh, I forgot this card had Ward. And then the follower, the Evo form, it still has Ward. It becomes a 2/2, and then on evolve, search your deck for follower with 2 or less attack, reveal it, and add it to your hand. One, I'm going to get a playset of premium versions of this card because it's so cute. I love this card. But outside of that, I think we were talking earlier about this card before other people showed up prior to the recording. I don't know if this card ever sees like a lot of play. Maybe one of you guys would know more than me. But what followers are we looking for off of this card for a 3 mana that 2 or less has 2 or less attack? That's really good. There's that Diamond Master we just saw, I think, right?
Yeah, Bellringer.
Bellringer, yeah, Bellringer, let's
White.
go. There's that 2-drop storm, or the 2-drop 2/1 the storm as well. Anything
I
else?
think
Yeah.
it's mainly just for like the stuff.
Yeah, I guess it works very good in Butt
Gets
Haven once
Varia.
again. It gets the 0/4/6 card that makes everyone attack with their defense, right? What else does it get?
That's
You said
true.
Gets
Varia?
Varia.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is once again, this is another one of those cards. Like, it's nice that it has ward 2 and stuff though, so it's just like a random 1-drop ward if need be, so it's a 1/1 ward, which is kind of cool. But this is another card that you can always kind of like look back to and be like, oh, a new set came out, what two attack followers are available for Haven, and then like, oh yeah. But
Yeah, because any tutor is potentially very strong.
yeah, especially when it's like I mean, it's conditioned, but it's like a essentially unconditional search, right? Because it can get a neutral as long as it's 2 or less, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I think it really depends on the quality of your targets. Otherwise, I feel like you'd rather run Bellringer in the slot you would put this card in.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just going back to Kit's point that as our card pool expands, this is something we can just keep in the back of our minds for Haven.
Yeah.
All right. Next card.
Right. Oh yeah, now it's my turn. Alice's Adventure, so another amulet, which is great. Fable type, fanfare. Search your deck for a Fable card, reveal it, and add it to your hand. That sounds pretty sick. And activate for 1 play point, engage this card, put it into the cemetery, and then select a Fable follower in your field and give a rush and a sail. Ooh.
That first side text is already insane.
Yeah, like this sounds really good. Because from what I can remember, there's a lot of very playable Fable cards already.
Yeah,
So
like
in
Humpty
the
Dumpty.
neutrals.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
like this card will
exactly.
search Humpty Dumpty for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, or the soldier dude that burns.
Oh yeah, that too as
Oh
well.
damn. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So this is how Egghaven became such a menace, right?
Yeah.
Just consistency.
Yeah,
It
it's a
definitely
very
helps
good
'cause, like,
consistency tool.
yeah, especially when you throw away your hand. If this is already on the board, this just gets you another Humpty Dumpty.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then
Oh
yeah,
my
the
god.
the second line of text is just like just nice to have.
Yeah,
Rush
having
and
a
Assail is
sail.
kind of insane, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Like a sail is actually, I feel like it's one of those like kind of I don't want to say underrated, but it's like really powerful when you need it. So yeah, the combination of both is pretty good for Haven, I think.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Well,
Next card here,
okay,
I
no problem.
guess.
All right, we got the White Knight, the S word. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube.
What?
This is huh.
Wait, go ahead. Just continue.
Six drop, 6/6. Faith follower. If your leader is 5 or health or less, this costs 5 less to play and has rush and ward.
All right, so who's gonna white knight this white knight? I'm not sure how good this
Yeah,
is.
I'm not feeling this card. If you want to be
Five or less.
5 health or less in the craft that heals constantly,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
good.
It is I guess like the card is busted when you're at 5 or less health. Every time before that, card sucks.
Yeah, when you're already
Yeah,
losing the game, card's sick.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
If he healed on top of that, like maybe he'd be good, but yeah, ain't no way.
Yeah. It'd be funny though, like like your opponent like or sorry, you're like, all right, I PTP to put myself to 5, then play 3 of these to the board. Crack PTP
I
to
mean,
clear board, pass to you, good luck.
that would be
Oh,
sick.
that would be a funny turn. I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna just scoop out of like principle at that point. That was sick.
now that
Yeah,
you've brought that into the universe, I'm going to lose to that somehow.
I'm sure I will lose to it as well. Don't worry.
yeah. Yeah, one Haven player. Oh God.
All right. Next card here. Who is it? I already lost track.
You.
Me? Okay. Ruby Falcon. 3-drop 3/3 follower. Faith and Avian. 1 to Evo has ward. Whenever another follower on your field with ward or storm attacks, deal 1 damage to each enemy leader. Oh, dude, this is just like that little Munchkin guy from Digital. Activate 2 play points. Give this follower storm. So is this just like another Ward Haven meme? I
Yeah,
guess
it's
it.
like Diamond Master support.
Yeah,
Huh.
it like helps your Falcons out a lot though. Let's say they just, now instead of getting in for 2, they get in for 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You
like
know,
not
I'm
bad.
I'm actually kind of a fan of this card if yeah, Amulet Haven becomes more playable.
Ooh.
Especially as Sentinel became playable. I think yeah, having a lot of wards and storms would
Oh
be
wait, we didn't
really
even read
sick.
the Evo form.
Oh
I
yeah.
was gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the Evo form is same thing except on evolve, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 2 damage, and then same thing, activate 2 play points to give this follower storm.
It's Mini
Yeah,
Dragon
that's cute.
Warrior.
Okay, listen. This card is really funny in the sense that like all those times I've been swinging at my opponent's face for 0 with Bellringer, suddenly I'm gonna be dealing 1 damage,
Oh.
baby. Let's go.
Yeah, true. Now attack with Bellringer is not a meme.
Yeah. Oh, the nice part is it's on attack, right? So regardless of what you're trying to hit,
Yeah.
or even if it gets removed by spell, you still get that 1 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of a fan of this, yeah. Again, if Falcons and other things become playable.
Yeah, for
Neat
sure.
card.
Because I
It's
know
probably
there's
not
like
gonna be that
a
meta.
yeah, I know there's like always a meme list running around of like Ward Haven and stuff too. So I'm sure this is gonna get played in any type of meme deck like that.
Yeah. Because we could also combo with that amulet that gives things a ward as well.
Oh
Just to, like,
yeah,
yeah, give like some other random neutral follower you want to
you're telling
play.
my Aegis is now swinging in for an extra 1 damage? Busted.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
All right, next card.
All right, March Hare's Tea Time, an amulet that's Faith and Fable traded. Fanfare. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may put a Fable follower that costs 5 or less to play onto the field. So for 4 mana, I guess that's okay. And then put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. So for 2 play points, you can activate this and tap it, engaging it to put into your cemetery and select a Fable follower in your cemetery that costs 3 or less play points to or yeah, has a cost of 3 or less, and put it onto your field. So I guess
Hey,
it's a pretty efficient way to get things out.
yeah, you know what cards cost 3 or less to play? Alice and Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, there you
Dude,
go. So yeah, I
also
can
Tin Soldier, which
cycle.
is the next card
And
that
Tin
gets played.
Soldier.
Ooh. This card
Oh
is
God,
nice.
This card's
yeah,
insane as well.
yeah. Holy shit! Actually, yeah, this is insane in the yeah Fable Haven deck.
Yeah, this is just consistency tool, and then like you get to trade this in for more damage later on, which is good.
Yeah, okay, I
No,
can see yeah why everyone was high on that deck. Oh man.
no complaints here. Moving on.
All right, we got the Tin Soldier, 3-drop, 3/4, Eidolon Fable. Fanfare, this is put onto the field from anywhere other than your hand. You put a Fable counter on it, and then you can activate to remove a Fable counter from it and to pick an enemy leader or follower and deal 2 damage. Pretty unassuming effect, but you can pretty easily stack Fable counters, and this
And
represents
pop
a
off,
lot.
yeah. One thing to
Yeah.
note too, it does there's no limit to once per turn. So if you like one turn just like get 3 Fable counters on this, you're just like, yeah, do 6 damage. Thank you.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah, this card is heavily played in Humpty Dumpty decks, so you will learn to love or hate this card, I believe, for the next couple sets.
Yeah, this card like gives you like your little bit of extra reach that you need.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, at least die only has 4 HP, so dies to a lot of things. Thank God.
Yeah, well, I think when you play in this card, you're probably killing your opponents. So
True.
All right. Next card here. Pinion Prince, 5-drop 4/5, Avian Fable follower, evolve for 1. Fanfare selected a Fable card in your cemetery, put it into your EX area, and put a Fable counter on it. Evo form here has a cell 5/6.
Okay.
Card seems okay-ish, but it probably sucks because it's probably too slow. What I forgot how much was this again? 5-drop. So +1 for 6. This is probably too slow to like really matter, but it's a nice card in that
I
sense.
think you play it just because it's more consistency for Fable shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just like bring
And
back
like
what a Humpty Dumpty to your EX
yeah, and then
area.
you play like one of the Evo in case it might come up.
I mean, you could recycle actually. You can recycle spells too because isn't the Humpty Dumpty spell a Fable also?
Yeah, it should be a
So yeah, you
Fable.
can bring it out and then use it to burn again. Like this probably
Yeah.
finds some niche uses like that, but I don't see this card being in the meta too long type of deal.
You can also recycle an Alice, and it gets 2 Fable counters on it, so you can stack 2 Fable counters on things
Oh, there you
Yeah.
after you
go.
resolved your Alice. It's like neat.
Yeah, in a more control-y thing. I guess it's a dead turn though. Like you're doing 5 mana and you're not getting too much else unless
Yeah.
you want to evo it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ceiling sounds pretty good.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
floor is incredibly low though
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it takes so
exactly.
much work to get
I
there.
I
Yeah.
I think I would play like 2-1 of it.
Yeah, I guess if it goes late game and you really need to recycle a Fable card, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
it's the card probably becomes better if the how slow the game is going. But I also feel like in the deck that it wants to be in, that deck is already incredibly aggressive, right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But it's also like you want to resolve Humpty Dumpty so much. I feel like board cards that let you just put Humpty Dumpty out are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next card here.
Right.
Who's it?
Wait, whose turn is it?
I don't
It's
know.
Sam.
Oh yeah, since you just went kid. Okay, Bird Keeping Disciple, so another avian and faith trait. Ward. Fanfare, engage an amulet on your field. Summon a holy falcon token. That's kind of cute, I guess. You just tap in the amulet. Wait, does that mean for any amulets that have a tap cost? Well, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you
you
can
won't
always
be able
activate
to
them next
pay it.
turn.
Yeah. But I mean, there
Yeah,
are other amulets on the board that just sit there and never have to tap, right? So
that's true.
this could be like cool in that sense. It's statted in like a pretty decent way, right? You're getting
Yeah.
7/6 worth of stats. 2 of it being storm is like not too bad as long
Yeah.
as you're able to engage amulet.
Yeah, I guess it kind of feeds into that whole like mid-range Haven with a Ruby Falcon, kind of just like having an infinite number of wars and storms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This probably gets hosed by decks that go wide though, or sorry, burn wide. AoE decks, things like that, Humpty Dumpty. So it's a little bit unfortunate though.
Yeah.
How actually, how far up does Humpty Dumpty's burning scale up to?
Um, 3 copies of Humpty Dumpty plus two engraved plus 2 copies of the spell
Isn't
engraved
it?
plus 1.
It's
So it should be 6.
yeah.
Okay, so it caps at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess on curve, this is still would survive, but yeah, eventually Humpty Dumpty will start clearing board.
Yeah, well, I mean, the regular Humpty Dumpty just deals 5 to the board anyway, so this dies to that anyway. The nice
True.
part is at least 2 of the damage becomes immediately like, boop, there it is. You get at least some kind of payoff, I guess, in that sense, but all right. Next card here.
Amethyst Lion. It's a 2-drop 2/1 Faith Beast. Has Storm and Fanfare. You select another follower on your field with Storm or Warden. Give it 1 attack. Pretty simple card.
Yeah.
2 damage right off the bat.
Yeah, dude. This curves into your after your Bellringer turn. So good. You suddenly 3 damage on turn 2. Let's go. I mean,
Hey, you go turn 1 Bellringer, turn 2 Lion, turn 3 Eagle or whatever.
Ooh,
Falcon.
everything's.
Your Bellringer's hitting for 2.
Yeah,
Busted.
aggro Haven is real. I like it.
I very much like the art on this card though.
Yeah. Is this actually playable?
Honestly, I have no idea. Like, this could potentially be like very decent at worst, right?
I think this whole, like, from what I understand, this whole Stormhaven archetype is like just okay and it gets better later on.
Okay.
I assume this is a card that ends up getting played then, because it seems like for a 2-drop, this seems pretty decent, especially if it's like a very aggressive Storm type of deck, right?
Yeah. Like, imagine if like Abyss or like Sword had something like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It'd
want
be
to
kind
think
of
about
insane.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it'd be actually insane. So I guess it's only held back by the card pool.
Yeah.
All right. Last card here for Haven, Bejeweled Shrine, 1-drop Amulet. Faith Trade if it matters. Activate for 1 play point. Engage this card. Select a flower on your field with Ward or Storm and give it +1/+1. So we're paying 2 to get +1/+1 essentially, and hopefully like, I don't know, not very great card.
If it was just like on play, give something +1/+1, probably maybe it'd be better.
Yeah, it needs to have done more. Like, if Sentinel were real, this might have become playable, but no, the activate plus mana cost I think still keeps it down.
Yeah. 2 mana for +1/+1 on like specific targets doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just randomly restrictive, and it feels like for no reason, because they wanted to push some type of archetype, so they're like, we have to restrict it so it plays into that archetype. It feels like, right? Because there's a lot of cards in this set that look for Ward or Storm for Haven.
Yeah, if it popped out a Falcon or something, so at least it always had a target, maybe that would have been better.
Ooh, yeah, if it's like on play Fanfare, summon a Falcon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
For that, yeah.
Yeah, I would. I think even at 2, and then it having like a pay 1 pop, you could potentially give the Falcon +1/+1 is like not bad either.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that actually. That would have been pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right.
I would have.
Anything else? What were you saying there?
Oh no, I just completely agreeing. I always wanted token / amulet Haven to be real, so yeah, just daydreams now.
Yeah. All right, I think that wraps up it. This should be our final video, I believe, unless somehow we missed the craft and I didn't notice. As always, thank you everyone who watches our content. I appreciate it a ton, and I'm sure Dean does too. And if you made it this far, you should just go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that. It does help us to grow, which is always good and keeps the game alive. And then once again, thank you so much to Ollie here who joined us finally at the end here. You have any shout outs, Ollie?
Shout outs to Shadowverse Evolve English World. It's happening this weekend, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And our future champion, Ryan.
Hell yeah.
Wibberly, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan winning it all.
Ryan Wibberly Wibberly, or oh no, what is this? It is Ryan Wibbs Wibberly. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. And then thank you, Sam, for joining us here. Any shouts yourself?
Sure, yeah. Shout outs to the Toronto SVE community. Thanks for being great friends and playtest partners. And yeah, also shout outs to both Ryan and Justin, both play partners, testing partners. It was being great to see you guys make it all the way to Worlds. And yeah, I'll be watching the stream and hopefully see you guys top. And yeah, everyone else there as well. A bunch of people from Toronto are out there too. So yeah, have fun, guys.
All right. So yeah, as always, thanks everyone once again for watching. Thank you too for joining us. And then that'll be it. We'll see you guys in whenever our next video is later.
Thanks for having us, Kit.
Mm-hmm.